qualifying here at Interlagos, the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache. The teams have completed their preparations and are just waiting for the pit lane to open before they take to the track. Well, Red Bull have done well here in the past, but this year they'll definitely have competition for that top spot. No team has it all their own way forever.
The high-speed nature of this track suits the cars with the best aerodynamic behaviour, which is why Red Bull have had such success here in recent years. They won't have it all their own way today, though. I expect a real battle for the front row.
Hello guys, and welcome back to F1 2015 career mode. So today it might be the championship decider, the drivers champion decider, and maybe the constructors championship decider. So it's gonna be a very interesting race for you, because I think you're gonna really love this race. But I have a setup and I'm gonna do maybe about 2 or 3 laps. I'm gonna show you the third sector of my last and maybe fastest lap. So let's load the setup and go. So there we are, guys, on the third sector of my last and fastest lap. Hope it's really good lap. So it was pretty decent in the first 2 sectors, but coming now onto the line, are we going to take pole position? And yes, it is pole position for 1.1 second, for 1 second, tell it. So that's a really good way to end the qualifying session. We have a lot of chances to win this race. So now let's see where we're actually going to end up, because they may make some laps.
For Red Bull, with both their cars sitting comfortably at the front of the grid for tomorrow's race, you do have to wonder if anyone else can challenge them.
It's been a great session for the team. They've really been pushing hard to make this happen, and their hard work has been rewarded.
I'm just done. What is going on? What is going on actually? Are you freaking serious? Ricardo is 8th, Vale is 15th. What type of front row is this? What are they talking about? Am I driving in another qualifying session? What was that? Can't understand it. That's a real glitch in F1 2015. That's a real. But anyway, we're gonna start the Brazilian Grand Prix from first position, from the pole position. So now let's go to the race.
Race time here in Interlagos at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache for the Brazilian Grand Prix, the scene of many World Championship deciders.
Is it going to be one of them?
On the grid. A commanding drive from Kimi Räikkönen has brought the rewards he sought when he claimed the team just needed to work that little bit harder to make a breakthrough. He started his Ferrari ahead of his rivals. He'll want to finish that way too.
It's certainly better for a driver to be out in front, as they're able to drive without having to contend with the dirty air and overheating caused by being sat behind another car.
Who do you think is set for a strong outing here today?
There has been a lot of confident talk coming from Sebastian Vettel ahead of today's race. I think he's feeling very happy with how he's got the car set up and could be on for a good result.
So yeah, I thought the Red Bulls were in the front row, but anyways, the big surprise of the session is Felipe Massa starting from 4th position ahead of our teammates and Felipe Massa. So our main contender, our main rival is Sebastian Vettel. So I believe, if I'm correct, if we're gonna win this race, I think we're winning the championship. That's it. I think we're gonna win and the constructors. But there you can see the race strategy with a three-stop strategy. So we're pitting in the first 2 pits. It was the set of options, and then the last pit stop is on the prime. So let's go now to the race. And away we go, lads, for the championship decider of this year's career mode, as we get off to a pretty bad start, as I think it's Rosberg. Yeah, Rosberg and Hamilton overtook us into the start of this Grand Prix. We're going to try to overtake Hamilton back into this straight. We're getting the slipstreaming down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. This is it, guys, up into back into P2 actually. So next stop ahead of us is Nico Rosberg. We're gonna try to overtake him as soon as possible. I don't really like the penultimate corner of Brazil because it's pretty hard. But anyways, guys, we're gonna try to overtake Nico Rosberg. But I think the second position is going to be very good for us actually, because we still have a bit up to win the championship, so there's no so much pressure actually, with 22 points if I'm correct ahead of Vettel and 30 ahead of Rosberg, so he must be in pressure about me being behind him. He wanna win the race. This is my worst corner actually. I didn't take it as well as I wanted to, but anyways, this is actually it. I want to keep up with pace with Rosberg and Hamilton. I want to keep up close with them, be in the DRS zone. If not being in the DRS zone, being close to them. 2 seconds is going to be very good to be with them. So yeah, pretty much this is it, guys. In the first laps, as you can see, I record the entire two first laps. Oh my god, run wider. Lap 7, guys, and our tires are pretty much destroyed at the moment. As you can see, we run once again wide, but this time it's gonna cost us a position to Hamilton, and we're down to 3rd position now, and that's not very good. And now we need to close Hamilton actually. Something else, guys, I'm sorry about that the videos are pretty much long. The last 2 videos are long. The Mexican Grand Prix was 21 minutes, and I don't know, maybe this one's gonna be too long once again, but sorry about that. I'm gonna try to fix it maybe in the next season, which is gonna be out in the first days of November or the last days of October, just telling you guys. So getting back into the race, guys, we need to stay close to these 2 Mercedes, so that's the target. Lap 8, guys, our tires are such in a bad state at the moment, so we're getting in the pit stops now for a set of option tires. We were close to the Mercedes actually, but in this lap we lost a lot of time because of these tires. As you can see, I'm going very slow there, not to lose traction and be in the barriers. I'm just getting it pretty much slow. Want to get now in the pit stops, full speed in the pit stops. Anyways, but let's see how the pit stop is from the Ferrari, guys. This is gonna be as good as the last ones in Mexico, which were my best pit stops. It's a 2.6. That's what I was talking about back in Mexico. But yeah, pretty much that was maybe the worst pit stop I've ever done. Nice. Let's see how I'm gonna get the exit. No, not again. No. Gonna edit this and cut it. No, nothing. Saw that in the video. No way. No freaking way. No freaking way. Lap 10, guys, and I think the 2 Mercedes must beat the 2 Mercedes, and I think it is Vettel. Yeah, Vettel is up into 2nd, Rosberg is 3rd, Hamilton is gonna exit maybe in 1st, or we might be able to get him. Has the undercut worked? Yes, it is worked, and we're up into the lead of the Grand Prix, guys. That's very, very nice. That's exactly what we wanted. The undercut worked, and it back into the lead of the Grand Prix, like the start of the Grand Prix, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted, exactly what we wanted. So now Hamilton is gonna have better tires, of course, but the undercut worked, so we need to be very careful with his tires, pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's try to stay ahead of Hamilton, as he's very close to us at the moment. He's just 7 tenths behind, so he might want to attack us at the moment. Maybe the start-finish straight is going to be very close between me and Hamilton. He's going to have the DRS and the slipstream. We're going to try to get out of the slipstream, but we pretty much can. Hamilton tries to get down the inside. He gets the inside line. Is he going to stay down the inside into the lead of the Grand Prix? Hamilton once again has taken the lead of the Grand Prix from us. Then we're back into P2, guys. That's not what we wanted. We need to stay in this lead. We're gonna get now with the help of DRS and the slipstream, we try to attack Hamilton, but we're gonna stay behind. As once again we lose the brakes into this corner and we run a bit wide, and that means that we lose time to Hamilton. So we make sure that we're gonna stay in the DRS zone. Maybe try to overtake him in the start-finish straight if we're gonna be able to, because our tires are not that bad now at the moment. So really watch out for that problem about the tires as he locks up his rear wheels there. A rear lock up. We stay with him at the moment, so we should have the DRS. We actually got a pretty decent exit through the last corner, so that means a lot. Put it up to reeds, guys. DRS, slipstreaming. Let's put everything on. DRS is on. Slipstreaming is not working this time, but we got closer. We're gonna have DRS into the small straight as we make a pretty much late braking there. I think we may have DRS into the small straight. So DRS, slipstreaming, is it this time gonna work the slipstreaming? And this time we're the lucky man as we touch wheels here with Hamilton, but he's gonna stay around the outside there. We go down the inside, and maybe this is it. We leave him room. No, up into the lead of the Grand Prix. Nice. That was a nice battle actually with Hamilton. We actually managed to take back the lead of the Grand Prix. That's very impressive actually. Lap 17, guys, and now it's the time for our second pit stop. We managed to stay in the lead of the Grand Prix for all those laps, so we're getting in the pit stops now for another set of option tires. So that's our strategy pretty much. As you see, the other guys haven't pit. I think Vettel, Bottas, Hamilton, Rosberg have a pit, but we need to have a pretty good exit this time in the exit of the Brazilian pit stops. I'm gonna go very, very slow at the moment. Very saggy. Come on. Yes, we made it. Actually, we made it. We almost made a mistake, but stuck into fifth gear for a bit. That's pretty much it. We need to make sure that the undercut will work now. Lap 21, guys, and I believe it's time for the Mercedes guys to make their pits now. So yeah, pretty much I think they're in there. Yes, they made them. Are we gonna exit once again ahead of Lewis Hamilton? This time it's gonna be a lot of easier, I believe. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. It is easier, not like the first set of pit stops. Nice English. Not like the first pit stops where we were going side by side. So this time was an easy undercut for us. Pretty much not an undercut. It wasn't an undercut. It was just they made the overcut. I get it in the exact laps that the team radio told me. So yeah, the undercut worked. We're once again in the lead of the Grand Prix. So let's go for another pit stop and give the best with his tires. Lap 27, guys, and yeah, pretty much there we are for our last pit stop of this race. The race is going perfect as we're into the lead of the Grand Prix. We're doing exactly what we wanted to do. I don't know if that was a corner cutting. Sorry if it was. I don't know if it wasn't. If it was or if it wasn't. So we're gonna fit the prime tires, and we're gonna stay on these prime tires for about 8 or 9 laps. It's gonna be a big run on these tires, but I think we're gonna make it. That's the pit stop. I don't know how much it was. I pretty much don't know. I didn't saw that. Want to have a good exit, and oh my god, lost traction there. That could be very, very bad. As we pretty much easily get out in the lead of the Grand Prix once again. So now the only thing we need to do is to manage not to have any big tower problems. So pretty much that's it. If we win, we win the Drivers Championship. There we are, guys, into the last laps of this championship, of this career mode, of this Brazilian Grand Prix actually. we have the Abu Dhabi race, but we pretty much stayed in the lead of the race for the entire race. It was pretty much a really good race. There I'm gonna show you the whole last lap of this Brazilian Grand Prix, which must be the championship decider, except we're gonna have a mechanical problem in the last lap, in the last corners. Anyways, we're not that unlucky. Seems like Kim is not that unlucky in the game. Don't know, pretty much GT called it. Anyways, this is it, guys. This is pretty much it. We overtook a lot of back markers, as Brazil is one of the shortest trucks in the entire calendar. I really like Brazil actually, except the penultimate corner. Because of Senna. I'm not really good at this track, but I like Senna, so I'm a big fan of Senna. Oh, what else to say? Just pretty much seems like nothing's happening, no mechanical problems. We go now through the start-finish straight. Oh my god, this is it, guys. We're gonna go to come across the line to win the Brazilian Grand Prix and win the Drivers Champion in our first season in F1 2015 career mode with Kimi Räikkönen.
Make the ground shake.
Never mind, Tant and Dave. I don't mind what you're saying now. You can see this in oh my god, I don't know how to speak English anymore. Oh, this is ridiculous. In the subtitles, yes, that was it. And there you can see, guys, we won the championship. We're Drivers Champion. Oh my god, that was perfect. That was a perfect end to the season. Not exactly an end. It was that's just an amazing. We had an amazing end. We still have one race remaining. We have 4 wins in a row. 4 wins in a row. You know what? You just know what that means. There we are. 4 wins in a row. That saved us actually. We were behind Vettel. I think before Russia and after Russia. We were behind Vettel after Russia, but then the wins were coming. But oh my god, that was amazing. We won the Drivers Championship. So pretty much, guys, that was a video for today. I'm gonna show you in the Constructors Championship. As you can see, we're first once again. But that was a video for today, guys. If you enjoyed, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Like my Facebook pages, Formula 1 and T-Backers Gaming. Ask me anything you want to ask FM. We won! Yes! Just can't believe it. We made it actually in the end. Yes.